Hello everybody, it's Miss Hall again. I hope you all are staying safe and well, and I'm excited to get to chapter 5 of our book, The Last Kids on Earth and the Zombie Parade. If you haven't watched the other videos, please go back and check those out so you can catch up with us. And also don't forget, we have a Zoom tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We had a great time getting to see each other on Tuesday, and so I hope everyone can join us this time. All right, let's get started. Chapter 5. I slowly blink my eyes open. I'm seeing stars and spots, and even four-leaf clovers. It's like a whole Lucky Charms thing. Guys? No sign of the others. I get to my feet and weave my way toward Sears. The entire front of the store has been destroyed. I didn't stop the wormungulus. And my friends? Have I lost them? Wreckage and debris litter the tiled floor. Water rains down from the sprinkler system. Rubble from the ceiling is scattered through the store. What I spot next makes me go lightheaded. June's sneakers. The boy sneakers she wears that I love so much. One juts out from beneath a pile of wreckage. No, 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 no. My friends are buried beneath there. A pile of rubble as big as a February snowbank. I began clawing and tearing at the debris, but it's all too big, too heavy. My fingernail snaps as I struggle to lift the massive metal gate that blankets them. My breath becomes ragged. I feel my eyes well up with tears. And I smell that pungent cologne. I spin around to see it. Gigantic and towering, the man monster. The man monster. Generally humanoid face. Haven't seen that before. Compasses, gizmos, and beastly thingamabobs. Cologne stench. Opposable thumbs. Bone and skull jewelry. Probably not a good sign. I don't draw my blade. I don't run. I just stand there. And then, still having said nothing, I turn around and continue trying to pry my friends free. A warm hand grips the back of my neck. The man monster's fingers close around my collar, and I'm lifted into the air. He gently sets me down a few feet away. The man monster begins digging through the rubble, carefully pulling away huge chunks of ceiling. He removes bent and twisted pieces of gate. With one tremendous pull, he lifts the final piece away. And I see them. My friends, alive. A little bloody, a lot dirty, but very much okay. What hit us? A quite sizable non-arthropod invertebrate. Huh? A big worm. Relief floods through me. You're okay. June grins as she crawls from the pile and gets to her feet. You're okay. Why did you just stand out there and try to stare the monster down? What is wrong with you? I was trying to do a samurai thing. No more samurai things, Jack. Quint stumbles from the rubble and throws his arms around me. My friends and I are not big huggers. But Quint squeezes me and slaps my back. I thought we were all done for, he exclaims. I smile. We're good, buddy. We're good. Yes, we are, June says, waving toward the man monster. Thanks to him. Dirk nods. He punched through the gate, pushed us inside. He took the brunt of the blow from the wormungulus. So this man monster, he not only freed my friends, he took the hit that saved their lives. And in a way saved me. Because without my friends, I might as well not exist. This terrifying, wicked-looking thing is our savior. Just goes to show, never judge a monster by its cover. or its bone jewelry. The creature suddenly gasped for breath and drops to one knee. I see that his right leg is injured, probably battered while blocking my friends. Pulling them free has taken everything out of him. The man monster braces himself on a rack of clothing and manages to stand again. And then he opens his mouth. "You are okay, each of you?" The words practically knock me off my feet. You speak English?" I ask, stuttering. "I speak more languages than you know," the man monster says. His voice is a throaty growl. He repeats, "You are okay?" "Yes," I say, "we are." "You are human?" the man monster asks. He says human like it's the first time he's ever spoken the word. Yep," I say, stepping forward. "Sure am. Jack Sullivan is the name. And what are you?" Your tongue could not form the words, the man monster says. "Oh, well, do you have a name? A name that my lame, subpar tongue could form?" "Thrall," the man monster says slowly. "You saved us," June says. "Properly rescued our lives," Quint chimes in. "Real solid monster, bro," Dirk adds. "We owe you." Thrall is looking me up and down. His eyes focus on my shoulder. No, over my shoulder. The Louisville slicer in its sheath. He quickly reaches out and snatches it. I take a very nervous step backward. The Louisville slicer is comically tiny in his big monster hands. His eyes narrow and he lifts the blade, gazing with focus. "Your weapon," he starts, his voice suddenly a notch softer. "Yes, my weapon, and I'd love it back. But no rush, you're the boss here." His head tilts slightly to the side, causing the apparatuses and instruments around his neck to rattle and clang. This is the blade that felled the Aruel, the ancient evil, servant of Rezok, the ancient destructor of worlds. Failed? I ask. "That means destroyed," Quint whispers, "as in slain." Oh yeah, I exclaim. "Yep, well, I mean, it's my blade. I don't know who or what Aruel is or who he serves. Did you say Rezok, the ancient destructor of worlds? Isn't he a Marvel villain? Or is that DC? The man monster Thrall's eyes scrunch up, and he looks at me like I'm slow. Marvel villain? Trying not to sound slow, I dive right back in. Oh yeah, Marvel, superheroes and stuff. They make all the best movies. Well, they did when movies were still being made. But that's not important. So who is this Aruel? This thing that you think I failed? Something like a smile appears on Thrall, the man monster's face. He hunches over and does a sort of impression, swinging his free arm. "Blarg," June suddenly exclaims. "He means Blarg." Blarg is the titanic beast I defeated a month back. He was crazy creepy and crazy evil, but now he's just crazy dead. "Oh yeah, I failed him," I say proudly. "I totally failed him. But we didn't call him Aruel, servant of Rezok, the ancient destructor of worlds, or whatever you said. We called him Blarg, because that's just the sound he made when he roared." I'm suddenly very embarrassed by our ability to creatively name monsters. The man monster Thrall takes 3 pained steps forward until he's fully towering over me. I'm afraid if I try to crane my neck any more, my head will pop off. I gulp. Was Blarg a friend of his? If so, he's probably pretty ticked off about me slamming a blade into his buddy's brain. Should we be fleeing right now? I feel like maybe we should be fleeing. But the next thing the man monster Thrall does, it makes my jaw hang open. What's happening? I just I think this is just a go with it sort of moment. It takes a great hero to defeat a creature from the time before him, Thrall says as he starts to stand up, to defeat a servant of Rizok, the ancient destructor of worlds. I timidly reach out and take the blade from him. Well, thanks, I say as I slip it back into the sheath. But it wasn't just me. I had my friends. This is Quint. Quint sticks out his hand. Pleased to meet you. And June and Dirk, I say. They both wave awkwardly. So what are you doing here, I ask. Here? Now? I am just trying to survive. But in my dimension, there I was a monster hunter like you. I feel myself blush. Monster hunter? Little old me? I'm not really a monster hunter, I say. Wait, Quint says, do you know what happened here on Earth? Yeah, June says, jumping in. You know what caused the monster apocalypse? Thrall's eyes narrow. Only pieces, but I know some, yes. Quint's giddy. We can finally learn, friends, he says. Suddenly, the man-monster Thrall drops to the floor. He moans in pain. His leg is worse off than I thought. My movement is limited. Help me? Thrall asks. To my friends' home? I gulp. A monster home full of monster friends? Where do you live? I ask. Like a cave somewhere? Or an ancient castle? Or under a bridge? Bognet's Rowan, Thrall says, but I believe in your tongue it is pronounced Joe's Pizza. Quint and I look at each other, way beyond confused and way beyond excited. See, Joe's Pizza was an after-school hangout for middle school kids and an all-day hangout for older delinquent dudes, plus Dirk. On half days, kids would head there, grab a few slices, and generally cause mayhem. Quint and I dreamed of being regulars there. You know, like on TV shows, how there are restaurants and hangouts where everyone knows you. Whenever you walk in, you just find your friends chilling out. I imagine we'd just stroll in, everyone would wave, greet us, practically screaming our names, and our usual orders would be brought immediately. But Quint and I were never invited to Joe's Pizza, and no way we were ever going to just show up and have all the other kids eyeing us and whispering, who brought the dork squad? So, yeah, it wasn't really our scene. I wanted it to be our scene. I would have given anything for it to be our scene, but it wasn't. Our scene was more stay at home, play Minecraft, let Quint's mom cook us bagel bites. Cool guys, deaf, not cool guys. But now, well, now it sounds like Joe's Pizza is an entirely different scene, a monster scene. And that causes Quint to begin rapidly hitting me. Jack, Joe's Pizza, Joe's Pizza. Nudge. Play it cool, Quint. Thrall looks up at me. I hand him my hockey stick, the one I conk zombie noggins with to use as a crutch, and we all help him to his feet. Yes, I say, we'll get you back to Joe's Pizza. Dirk gathers up his gardening supplies. I sheath my weapon. Quint sniffs his armpit. And with that, our very strange group hobbles out of the Circle 1 Mall, home of the Wormungulus. I have big plans for this mall, plans to never return. All right, and that is the end of chapter 5. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Don't forget our Zoom meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. I love you guys, and I miss you very much.